Hey guys, this is eVoLuTiOn here, and I'm bringing you your weekly update of Black Ops 2 news. We've got a lot for you in this video today, so sit back and enjoy. Okay, this is just going to be a quick trailer analysis, so let's get straight into this. Alright, as you can see, this map is called Turbine, and we're just about to see what class this guy's running. Here, yep, you can see there. What I've managed to pull out here is that it's the M8A1 Select Fire. He's using secondary as the Cap 40 tactical knife. The perks that I managed to find out was Hardline, Toughness, which is less flinch. The third one I couldn't make out, and his equipment was a Semtex and 2 shot grenades. So let's start this up again. Right, so he throws the first shot grenade and he gets that guy. Second one's there, and picks them both off. Alright, so if we quickly pause here straight away, you can see this guy is running the PDW57 with adjustable stock. 5.7 is the secondary. He's using Toughness, it's the only perk I could manage to see, with Semtex and Smoke. And he has some sort of character design in the corner there, but I couldn't quite make out what it was. I'm not too sure what it is. Also on his gun, he's using the millimeter scanner, which sees enemies up to 25 meters away and every few seconds and sees through material. You're just about to see what that actually does now. There you go, gets the kill. Dolphin dives back, as you saw there, and then as he's shooting through the smoke here, he hits that guy right there and gets him. Alright, so this guy's stuff here, he's like is running the LSAT, it's an LMG, it's running FMG and a hybrid optic scope. He's using the TAC 45 with a suppressor as a secondary. I couldn't quite make out his perks, unfortunately. He was running the Bouncing Betty and 2 concussions. And you're just about to see what the optic scope does here. As you see, he flips it there. Alright, so he puts up the Guardian there, which phases these guys, which means that you can pick them off here. Right, so this guy here is running, let's have a look here. I couldn't quite pick out actually what he was running there, but as you see here, he takes out the quad rotor. Alright, and what we're going to see here is the launcher, just here, launcher locks onto the quad rotor. Alright, anyways, we're going to see is the placeable assault shields. As you see, he's placed it into the ground now. Alright, and this is the AGR drop placed behind the enemies to take them out. Alright, so this guy was running the Executioner, which is a pistol. He has 3 character design things, I couldn't quite make out what they were. And he has 6 perks, which again I couldn't make out, unfortunately. He gets the knife there while he was running with his knife out, and then gets hit in the face by the combat axe. This guy quick scopes and then quickly switches to iron sight to get that guy as well. Alright, so this guy's class running here is the M1216, the long barrel with laser sight. He's got 3 unknown perks, unfortunately. It looked like he had some sort of character design on as well, and he was running C4 with, again, tac insert. So he gets that guy out here, C4 there, and carries on taking this guy out here. Here you can see the swarm, that was the swarm kill streak as well, which is the most hardest kill streak to get to as well. And let's just quickly, and here as you can see, it's the multi-team deathmatch, and this guy's coming over as well. Due to copyright licensing reasons, the rest of the video is going to be a podcast. No more Black Ops 2 footage, unfortunately. So thanks for understanding, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. In Black Ops 2, there's going to be 2 connected storylines. One's going to be set in the 1970s through to the 1980s era, so it's going to be just to the end of the Cold War we're looking at here. And the other one's going to be set in present day 2025. How it's going to work is, in the 2025 storyline, you're going to play as Alex Mason's son, David, and obviously in the 1970s, 1980s bit, you're going to be Alex Mason again. We're going to see some old faces return, such as Alex Mason, obviously, Frank Woods, Jason Hudson, Gregory Weaver, and even a possibility that we might see Victor Reznov return as well. The main sort of enemy in Black Ops 2, he's going to go by the name of Raul Menendez, leader of a terrorist organization called the sorry if I quote this wrong, the Kurdish Die, perhaps. And what that is they gain support by slagging off the government, and it's sort of an anti-government group that believe it's not fair, that people are treated badly, and that it should be more of a equal run community, if you understand that, rather than the government having outstanding power. But obviously, I think he has other ideas as well. Like, I don't think that's his main goal in the game. I believe he has other alternatives to try and go against the government as well. And his main real threat in the game is a full blown out war. It turns into a Cold War in the 2025 storyline, I believe, between China and the USA, where they sort of stop helping each other, they stop exporting to each other, in sort of a Cold War fashion. But then Raul Menendez is going to be hacking the technology that we see, to try and provoke each side and frame them as well in order to start a war. We don't really know his motives as of yet, but I'm sure as you progress through the storyline, it will come clear why he's doing it. In Black Ops 2, we're going to see the introduction of Strike Force missions. They're nothing like we've ever seen before and should be a nice fresh feel to the campaign for Call of Duty. Strike Force missions, they can be failed now, so you only get one try at them, and death means no respawns. So if you die, you have to move on from it, and whichever, it will take you, it's a branching storyline now, so it will take you either to, if you succeed in the mission, it takes you that one way. If you fail, it takes you the other. So this is why these play such a huge role in the story's development. You can control the entire fight during these missions, so it's up to you how it goes down. You can control each separate engagement, so that whether that be choosing to move your platoons to defend or to launch a full-on attack against them as well. It's all up to you. You also have the aid of vehicles to help during these missions, so you have quad rotors, claw tanks, special squads like riot shielders, and so much more. So if you say wanted to launch an attack from behind the enemy without them expecting, you could take your quad rotors round to maybe take them out while they're not looking, or you could just lead a claw tank in front of the platoon while you're attacking to maybe wipe out some of the stronger enemies. All of this can be done spectated in third-person free roam. So if you wanted to say launch an attack from the other side of the map when they're struggling, you can do that just by going into the third-person free mode and just plant a checkpoint or whatever you want to do. You can actually now do that. Or the other option is to be in the vehicles themselves, like I said, or fight as a soldier. So just like the old COD campaign would have worked. You're just one guy in a platoon fighting off the enemy, or defending, depending on what your options are. So that's Strike Force missions. Huge part in campaign, and look forward to them. They look very exciting. The creator class system is returning in Black Ops 2 like we've never seen it before. Treyarch are introducing a new system called the 10-point system, which allows you 10 points to pick between weapons, perks, and equipment. Each item is going to take up 1 point, so a gun with a red dot attachment would be 2 points, as the gun and attachment each take a point up between them. So you're going to have to be real smart about what you choose to allocate which points to where, because you might find that you run out of points before you finish making your class. Unlike in previous CODs, you're no longer forced to run a set class. So if you decide that perhaps you want to save a point here or a point there, let's say in this instance, you decide not to run a secondary, so you gain an extra point, which then you could use maybe on, let's say, a fourth perk or more equipment. It's up to you. Maybe even a second attachment for your primary. The biggest potential, which is really exciting, is that if you feel like you don't want to run any guns at all, then you can actually run just with a knife and invest all your spare points on perks and equipment, or even vice versa, where maybe you want to just buff up one gun or run two primaries. The possibility is endless, and I think it's going to be very, very cool to see the new creativity that will be in Black Ops 2 with the new Create Class system and Pick 10 system. There are a lot of new guns to be excited for in Black Ops 2. I've tried to pick out one from each section to talk about. I've tried to pick the ones that I feel are going to be the most used in the game, or the ones that people were going to prefer. So I'm going to get straight into this. For the assault rifles, I picked the Scar H. It's a fully auto assault rifle, very good at range, very good accuracy and high damage, and very mobile. I think it's going to be, your average assault rifle, good at range, but maybe not so great against SMGs up close. So the next one I've picked is a shotgun. It's the R870 MCS. It's a tongue twister. Good damage, very good accuracy for the shotgun. It's a pump action, so we have a few. I think its rival shotgun would be the KSG, which is obviously I think that's also, it's not pump action, but I think it's single fire. And I think it's going to be one of the most used shotguns simply because it's very powerful at range. So the next one I picked was an LMG, which is the MK48, fully auto LMG. Good mobility for an LMG, high damage and high accuracy, and good range. So it's just like a normal LMG, but the reason I picked it out of the rest was because it had good mobility. So that might be appealing to some people. The sniper I picked is the Ballista. It's fast handling speeds, good accuracy, damage and range is both good as well. It's a bolt action, and the reason I've picked this one is because I know it's one of the ones that you can actually remove the scope from it. So if you wanted to run with the iron sight, you're actually able to do that. But it's also probably going to be the favorite sniper for the quickscopers as well. So I feel like it's going to be one of the most used ones there as well. Finally, for the SMG, I picked the Scorpion Evo 3. It's obviously fully auto, high firing rate, in fact the highest out of the SMGs, very mobile, but damage range and accuracy is slightly lower than the other SMGs. But the reason I picked it was because this high fire rate, I feel it's probably going to push it to being one of the best ones, because high fire rate is going to be able to kill people off, I believe. So that's all the guns. I did want to quickly talk about the riot shield. It's back. It's I can't really talk about its stats because it's a riot shield. It'll be 2-hit kill, I would imagine. But I really wanted to talk about it is because in the category it's in, it's specials. So I think this could hint towards perhaps weapon DLC in the future. I don't know. I've just thrown it in there just because I thought it was something good that one of my friends spotted. So that's the guns in Black Ops 2 that I feel are going to be the outstanding ones. Treyarch have introduced a handful of new games into Black Ops 2, some of which are completely different to what we're used to and should bring a new and exciting challenge to us. So one of the new game modes is called Bootleg. It's from COD 5, but they've just revamped it a bit. So it's going to be for the first 10 levels again, so non-prestige levels as well. If once you've prestiged and you're doing the first 10 levels on a new prestige, it won't count. It has to be the first 10 levels, but you'll get to play Bootleg, which is just constant TDM, and it's just to go against other people at your level, as well as some bots as well. So it'll be just to sort of get you into Call of Duty if it's maybe a new one to you, or if you're just a bit lazy and can't be bothered to go against some higher levels at the beginning. And also there's a one called Objective, which is the same idea as Bootleg, but rather than being just TDM, it's all the objective-based games. Again, it will be against other players and bots, but for this one, once you hit level 10, it won't stop you from playing it like Bootleg would. It will allow you to play it, but you won't earn full experience. So I assume that would be like, so you won't be able to level up as good as you might be able to if you went on TDM on just normal. So they're the two for the starting. Then there's Bot Storm, which is online, but you don't earn any XP from it. It's a team of humans versus bots, so it's really just to it's basically combat training online. So if you're just looking for a bit of a laugh, then that will be interesting to you. Now, the last one I could find out about, which is probably the most interesting, is multi-team modes. It's basically So you've got your multi-team deathmatch, which would be one team versus one team versus one team. So you've rather than having to focus on just one enemy set of enemy, you then have to think about the other set of enemies, and it'd be interesting to see what strategies you can put into this game. Like if it was say multi-team domination, let the two teams fight out on a flag, and then when they finally finish and there's a winning team, you can then just swoop in, kill them, and take the flag. So it'd be nice to see some new strategies popping up there and a bit more freshness to Call of Duty. So they're the game modes I could find out about, and if I can find out any more, I'll keep you posted. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We tried to get as much in as possible in that video, but that was your Black Ops 2 information, and the next video will be out when there's more information to bring to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember to like, favorite, and if you haven't already, subscribe to eVoLuTioNxClan. Alright, till next time.